Ooh, mama. What's up? How are we doing? Welcome to the jungle. It's Monday. We have stuff that we can do. So many things. So many things. I got stuff all over the place. I should probably clean up in here a little. But you know, Donnie the Don. What's up, dude? What's the good word? What are you doing? Working on some stuff, I'm sure. I'm jealous. We do need to talk soon, Donnie, because I want to spend some money on some machines. And I'm not thinking the $150 Temu is the way to go. Probably not. Probably not. Break over, Neil. Back at it. Back at it. I just got home moments ago. Absolute moments. Tried to get online. I was doing stuff at work today. Grateful, dong. Doing stuff at work today. Didn't really get in on a whole lot of, just was kind of busy getting stuff done. But we're doing it. Temu, yeah, probably bad. Especially, you know, the $100 version. If there's a multi-$1,000 version and a $100 version, you know that $100 version is going to be solid. I'd rather spend some money on something that I know is going to, you know, does it need to be the top of the line? I mean, it'd be cool if it was, but just something that's good. You know, does it have to be supreme, superior? No. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. But I'm definitely interested in spending some money, getting some machines, getting some stuff going. What's up, Grateful? Marco, be shady. All right, it's Monday. We're going to do a custom something. We're going to work on something today. I don't know what. And I found a knife. I don't even know where the blade is for it. Tell me that's weird. I mean, I have projects kind of open and about, but I'm missing a blade for a knife. And I don't know where the hell I put it. It's the one that Kathleen's in love with that we did. It was the Send Cut Natchez, maybe? But I got this Send Cut in pieces, did the yellow dye, and then I took it apart because I wanted to do some work with it, do some acid etching on the blade. I did that. I was going to maybe consider dyeing these a darker, less gross yellow. But I don't even know where the blade is. I mean, it's got to be around here somewhere. What's up, hey man? But unfortunately, I don't know where it is. So we can do I do want to take some apart, maybe do a little quick dye project today. I've been trying to do these project days. This is a scream for help. I don't like my life. Dangerous man. Life is real, bro. It's real. I wish I could make it all perfect and give you that $300,000 a year job that you only have to punch in for 15 minutes a month and can just collect it and just do your thing and be happy and do what you want to do every day. But man, life is not safe space. It's real. You got to work. You got to pay the bills. You got to be the adult. You got to do all these things. It's tough to make it so you can just wake up happy every day. Not too many people wake up. I wish. Yeah, I am definitely not a therapist. I try to make the best out of each day that I can. I have lots of days that are struggle, that are rough, that it's like, ugh. And you could let that day be negative all day. Or you can go, hey, all right, let's be positive. Let's see what we can get out of it and maybe turn it into something. Doesn't always work, but life does not throw a sweet hand to you like this BTF from Concept. There you are, Luke. You're not banned. I didn't do anything, Luke. I couldn't find anything that said you were, so I would just say whatever joke it was, or I don't know what, like, we try to keep it moderately PG-13 on the channel here. We avoid the stuff that doesn't need to be talked about. We generally talk about knives, horror movies. Bonolo, I don't really hunt. Not that I wouldn't, I just don't. I have some friends that get deer every year, and I love getting some deer from them. I do fish a lot, but not that I wouldn't hunt. I think I totally would. I just don't. I've got so many things going on. I just don't. What's up, Dirty Dan? Boom. Was carrying the BTF today. This is a fantastic knife. S35 VN thumb disc. Interesting kind of textured, I believe this is G10. But it kind of has like a bamboo, kind of a textured ridges on it. I don't know if you can see those ridges there. That helps. Smooth opening Tonto blade. Can't flip the clip to the other side, but it does feel nice in the hand. One of my few thumb disc knives that I've had or tested. Deer, I think deer would be a good one to go for. I know a few people that have gone out west and gone elk hunting. You get a lot of meat out of that, which would be awesome. I am a meat eater. Boom. And then my little combo for today. I've been taking some pictures here and there, but I haven't been posting on Instagram as consistently as I'd like to. But sorry, I'm sure that was extremely loud for all of you. I apologize. I usually turn everything off. My fault. I don't want to blow anyone's eardrums out, and that might have done it. I can't, at work, now my phone is, how often does your phone ring? Really? Right? But I have I like a loud ringer. So today, my dual carry Concept, I have the Reno and the BTF. Nice little combo. They look good together, right? Nice little duo. Do you know the band Falling in Reverse? That sounds familiar. Ooh, Lanyard Man. Tracking inbound soon there. And when I say soon, I mean for real, Lanyard Man. Muskie Face, what's up? You go fishing for muskies? I got a muskie rig. You throw huge 1 pound monster bait out for muskies. I don't have any Medfords. I've reviewed some Medfords, but I don't currently have any. These are both Concepts. I've got the Concept Reno, which is a small little knife, G10 and M390 on there. And then I have the BTF, which is the basic Tonto folder, S35 VN. I'd usually carry at least 2 knives in a day. What's up, Polar? Boom. I've heard that before. This is legit. I just had to do the pen video. That was it. And then I was done. And guess what? Here we are. Here we are. I love you. Appreciate you. This little guy. Fun little dual carry today. I can dig it, but I have been taking pictures of it, of what I carry throughout the day a couple times here and there. I have maybe half a dozen or more that I have not posted and shared, which I don't know why, but I get busy and then I don't post it. The little orange one is the Concept Rio, R-I-O. I don't know if it says, I think they all say on there, don't they? Yeah, it's backwards right there. Rio. M390 on this tiny little 1-inch blade. I put the lanyard on there myself, tied that on there. It's a front flipper only. Boom. It took me a little while to kind of figure it out. But it's a fun one. M390 on this tiny little 1-inch bad boy. It's a cool little smaller knife. I always carry a full size or a kind of a something like this, and then a secondary. Aethor. I don't. Never heard of that. Anyone know anything about that? I do not. I did get a box today. Bada boom. So we can open this up, and we can also try to maybe do a die today. I say we should. I say we let them go. No. What do you guys think? 22 people here. Do the unboxing first, and then have I found the shoes? Let's I don't know. I like it though. I don't know, but I like it. Why do people say half a dozen instead of 6? Right? Like, it actually takes more work to say half a dozen than 6. Anybody seen some shoes? Anybody seen any shoes? Baker's dozen? Wait, half a baker's dozen? What would that be? 6.5 donuts? Boom. Speaking of hawkbill, look at this Tucson titanium hawkbill with the what I'm calling a whale's belly titanium texture. Those are deep grooves. Whoops. This is from Grateful Dong. He sent a couple of his knives he ordered and sent them here first so I could check them out. It's a silly little weird smaller knife, but I dig it. Where is that other one? Oh, it's right there. The other, he got two Tucsons. He got 2. Oh, wait, this is not it. Where did I put that? I'll be right back. Got it. Here's the other Tucson, this silly thing. Oh, Jesus. Boom. Look at this wild one, though. It is not a muskie. Technically, that is a northern pike. But they're in the family. You know, they are similar. We got a lot of pike around here in Minnesota. We got muskies too. But there's pike pretty much everywhere. We count it. It's a big toothy monster. They're fun to catch. They're fun to catch. They're not fun to unhook and clean. I like bass fishing, walleye fishing, of course, pan fishing. I love in the winter going for like crappies and bluegills, sunnies, and stuff like that. I got a walleye set up. I mean a muskie set up. So I do some muskie fishing in the summer. I'm in Iowa. Got up to Minnesota and Wisconsin pretty often to muskie fish. Dude, I'd love to fish with a mellow fish, fusky misher. Yeah, I'd love to hook up with a mellow fusky misher. Do some fusky mission together. What? Grateful. I still got to do the video grateful on this one. Probably do that tonight. And then I can get these packed up and shipped out to you. Boom. This one is funny. I didn't carry it, but I put it in a pouch and I brought it to my tournament league and showed it to a couple of guys. And they were like, you know, one of them was like, get the stupid thing out of here. And then another dude was like, man, I would use this for skinning. He was like, oh, I love it. I want one. And then another guy was like, you know, I don't like this, but the more I sit here and open it, the more I like it, the more I want it. And he's like, let me see that thing again before he left. And he grabbed me. He's like, man, I don't know. I just can't stop. You just like it more. Is this a disc golf shirt? Yes, this is. This is from Ice Bowl 2014. I do a little disc golf. Quite like it. I wish I would have started doing it sooner. But I'm okay. Yeah, we had a tournament with our annual shenanigans tourney this weekend, and I did bad. It's a two-round tournament, 18 holes. I shot 2 down the first round and 8 over on the second round. Not good. Not good. I fell apart. The first round was shorts and the second round was long. So the second round was definitely, you're going to have not as good a potential score from the longs as you are from the shorts, especially after you've already done a round. Some people get warmed up. I was running out of gas, so I didn't have the power and the steam to push through and finish. And so I ended up not doing great, but that's fine. I dig the shirt. It's a fun one. Yeah, Ice Bowl is another tourney that's every year in the middle of the winter. Okay, 19 people in here. What's up, Jonathan? So let's open this up first and then figure out what we're going to do for a little custom die. What do you say? Let's get on the table. I just put you on the table. How do you feel about that? You like it? Okay, table talk. Oh, slap. Here we are. Watched a few disc golf lives. We'll have those coming up pretty soon. What's up, Kodiak Edge? Kodiak Edge is going fishing? Seriously? Seriously? Fishing's good. Yeah, the winter disc golf will start up. I think it's another month or so. Do I ever blade binge? Blade binge exclusive dark mode Devo Tallboy. First time in 5 months. What are you doing? Are you going to a lake? You going to a river? You going to be what? Spot fishing, trolling, casting? Tell me more. So yeah, I love Blade Binge. They're cool. I know Eric from Blade Binge. I've met him a few times at Blade shows, a couple of times. 2 Texas and 1 in Atlanta. This was the Blade Binge exclusive dark mode Devo Tallboy. No longer available. But currently, my most recent purchase, actually my most recent purchase in entirety, I think, is this right here. This is the brand new Tri-State Tri-Stash V2 full piss version. 5-pound smallies in the river. Ooh, that sounds great. I do sell some muskie. But yeah, so this is a Blade Binge exclusive Tri-State Tri-Stash brand new. These are still available, not many left. Grab one while you can. There was 2 titanium versions, the black and the stonewashed, the Ultim, and then a G10. Basically, the Ultim and the G10 is all that is left. Where do I sell at? Basically through me. I'm not really a sales company. I do customs. And I do sell some of the customs. Some people send me some stuff that I do customs for. Not really taking any orders on that right now. I'm playing catch up. But like if I do something like today, we'll do like a dye project. So last week we dye project this. We turned this jade knife into this nice orange color. And then if I do a dye, someone will be like, ooh, I'm interested in that. Is it for sale? And I say, sure. And then you can buy it. I do laser marking. So this is a white laser mark on a silver aluminum looking like an agave plant. This is a CJRB agave is the name of the knife. So I did that laser mark. White laser mark works really good on aluminum. Here's another white laser mark on aluminum. This was a test project, cheapo from Walmart. I did a little acid etch test on the blade, and then I did the white snowflake laser mark on the handle. So if I do a custom like this, and then someone's like, oh, are you selling that? I say, I certainly could. And then if someone wants to buy one of the customs, otherwise, I have a collection of a bunch of knives. Here, let me kind of show you around quick. Here's the studio. I live stream on Thursdays and then verticals like this here and there. Got some important knives, project knives all over the floor. Oh, Jason fell over. We got to fix that. Let's fix that first. There's my girl in the canoe. What do you know about that? There's Jason. So I have my collection here on these shelves, right? And then my top 5. This is my current top 5 favorites. Definitely more than 5. So I kind of collect. I got a bunch of weird gas station knives right here. All my silly, fun gas station stuff. Giant knives down there. So I'm mostly a collector. But on occasion, right, when I do a project or something, if someone's interested in it, blue poop knife, there it is, right there. Got to have a poop knife in the collection. I'm sitting at around 400-ish. Nothing to be, I'm just another person who collects something. A lot of them are budget knives. A lot of them I've done projects on. I've done almost 70 dye projects on the channel. I only have maybe less than 10 of those. So most of those I've either used for giveaways or sold them or something to that effect. I also do titanium anodizing, but I haven't done that in a while because I haven't been able to get access to it. I don't have, well, this is another laser mark. I can show you that. Here's a red aluminum handle that I did the white laser mark to with the Sagaya pattern. I'm considering selling some stuff, Chris. Kind of, not really that I need to. That's the reason I don't, is I don't really need to. But, if I look at the 100 or 200 or whatever that's right there, across here, there might be 5 or so that I never really carry that are cool, but there's so many others that I have that I enjoy more that I might not carry it as much. And so it's like maybe I could put those in someone else's hands for a cheap price and then use that money to kind of start buying some more. And as you go in your progression of collecting, you start off and you're happy to get that $30, $40 knife, and then now you're getting more into the 100, 200 or whatever. One of my more recent ones right here. Oof, this is one of my absolute new favorites. This is the Concept Orlock, the old Horlock. Check in with the channel. I do lives regularly. I'm always doing projects, unboxings, customizations. I just got an anodizing station, so we'll be doing anodizing right here during the lives. I'm gonna I'm looking into some stuff for some stock removal. I want to start getting into making some actual like fixed blade stock removal knives. So I want to start slowly kind of getting some machines, starting to do some stuff. Butterfly. Oh, Jesus. Oh, got it. There it is. I don't do this very often. This is the Mako V5 from Squid Industries. Got the bottle opener on the top. Got a few different weights that you can take in and out of it. My personal most expensive knife is either that or that. Those are about the same price. I got my fixed blade right here, Auxiliary Manufacturing, and Ricky Captain's Bowie collab, AEBL, Richlight, and Ironwood. This is a limited run one. This is number, everything's backwards, I'm sorry. This is number one of 11. There's only 11 of these out there. Fun little custom made in Reno. Those would retail for $350. So I don't have a high end. Similar price right here. This is what basically this is my favorite knife. This is a full lefty version Devo Stout V2. Vanex titanium on the bolster. It's a lefty. Everything's backwards, so you got to remember this looks righty, but this is a lefty version, and then it's got glow carbon fiber on there. Absolutely love it. So that's kind of where my price range kind of maxes out. I have people send me knives to check out. CKF, what do you know about CKF? This is probably my favorite knife in existence. This is the CKF Rotten Evo 3.0. This is probably the most expensive knife in the building right now. Look at the mirror edge on there. Look at the hollow grind. This is wild. I took apart an Open L89 stonewashed it, customized the handle shape and burnt finish, got the vids on it. Kodiak Edge. I want to check that out. Yeah, we'll look at the Herman in a second. Look at this CKF. Look at that mirror edge. Tell me that's not crazy. That is sharp as can be. Hollow grind, huge hollow grind. We have the crazy addition on that backspace, or on the, not the backspace, or the clip. Boom. This is my favorite knife. But it's not mine. This is Kevin Smith and Knives. That's why I've got it wrapped up all nice. He sent me a couple to review. He actually made these two shelves right here. And when he did, he sent me some of his really cool knives to check out. That's one of them. The other one is this Herman right here. Look at this bad boy. Woo. We have the Herman Mantis. Oh, look at that. Projectiles are sharp, isn't it? It's rad. It's so cool. All right, boom. So there's your Herman. Hermans are pretty wild stuff. That micro milling texture on the handle, gorgeous blade, great action, just drops. Feels great flipping out. You got all the screws on this side, but then just these little pin type, just to give that front side a wild. Opens so nice. So nice. Well, Muskie, save up. Pick one up. Look at even the tool. This is like a full solid, I don't know what it's made out of, maybe titanium, or I don't know if they'd make these out of titanium with that T10 or whatever on the end. Lemon's just got his Herman. All of, was it yesterday? Or no, wait, yesterday was Sunday. Saturday, I think Lemon's just got it. Congratulations again. Really liking this one too. Fred, are you in here? I don't think Fred's in here. This I bought this from Fred the Lug. Oh, I gotta turn that on. apologize. This is the new Remet Meteor. This has a button actuated bolster lock. So I can use the button lock there. I can use the bolster lock. And let me show you from this side. Bolster lock. Button lock. Pretty sweet stuff from Remet. Started rewatching all the Jason movies again last night. Turned off part 5 when you started your live. Man, you already busted into 5. You've already got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Grateful. Grateful. We need to figure out a night or whatever. I want to start doing some screenings and some stuff. Who's interested? Message me. Email me or message me on my Instagram. I can post the link in a second here. I am going to probably on Discord or something, I'm going to set up and I want to do some screenings and watch some, finally started Alien Earth. I think it's great so far on episode 5. I haven't watched any yet. How's it going, Ryder? Just not Wednesdays. Well, it would if it was Wednesdays, it would have to be late. How are you doing today, Ryder? Right now, I still run my league that I run is on Wednesday nights, so I don't get home until probably 9:30 or 10. Copy. Instagram. Whoops, there it is. That is my Instagram that I just posted in the chat. Get out of there. And if you want to message me, you can message me on there. Oh, Ron Crow sent me a message. Right on. My phone won't let me open message requests. I can do it late Wednesday and I'm on the East Coast. East Coast. Less knives. Does it get better? I thought the first 2 episodes were way too much. Yeah, you know, I haven't seen any, so I can't make an opinion either, but where am I going? I've heard like one of the aliens is like a pet and like you can see it in the middle of the daytime and it just kind of takes out all the gothic horror that I love about the Alien franchise. You know, the best part of like Alien or like Jaws is that you don't see it. You don't get to see it. You never really get to see it. And when you do, it's dark and it's mysterious and stuff. And it's like, now we're just out in the daytime teaching this dog tricks, but it's an alien. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I don't. It's just kind of things that I've heard. I used to love Critters when I was little. Critters was great. What a dumb movie, but it was really good. Critters, Ghoulies, all the 80s stuff. All right, let's open this up. Small crowd, 19 of us in here. I was like 10. Yeah, the first time I saw Friday the 13th Part 2, I was probably 8, 9, 8. It was on like TBS, so it was like the non-rated R version, but still scary. Jason jumps through the window at the end, and we saw that. My sister was there. We shouldn't have been watching that, but I was instantly in love. Love them scary movies. You have a critter that your bro did in first grade still? That is wild. I get so into movies, I get freaked out. See, that's why I like them, Lemons. I saw one recently that just gave me like this anxiety, you know, and you're like, I don't like this feeling, but you're like watching it because of that feeling. And you're like, I haven't had a movie that's got me so like tense, you know, and then all of a sudden you get that like you get the payoff and you're like, okay, that was cool. That was Cat's Eye. That was like 3 stories in one, right? I can't remember the stories exactly, but they all. Drew Barrymore was in that. That was like in like 1980 something. Dirty Dan, I'm only 2 episodes in. Can't remember the third. I have to go back and rewatch it, right? I do want to watch Weapons. I have not seen that yet, but I've heard good things. Trying not to spoil it for myself. But the movie I saw that I got anxiety was actually made by the same guy that made Weapons. That was Barbarian. If you haven't seen Barbarian and you like horror movies, I recommend not looking anything up at all and watching Barbarian. You may not love the whole movie, but without giving anything away, it's got a great first half. I'm not saying the back was bad either. But Donnie, see, like I'm not trying to give it away, Donnie saw it, but you know what I mean, Donnie, just that first whole interaction with the 2 of them the first night, you know, you're not sure what's up, and I don't know, I liked it. Where it went could have been better. Where it finished could have been maybe a little bit better. But there's a lot of times that there's like the twists and the payoffs and things. It doesn't always. Dude, I was so confused because I knew that somebody was in it and we hadn't seen him yet. You know, and you're like, well, wait a minute. If Justin Long's in this, and we're like a half hour in, like what is happening right now? You know what I mean? But that's what gave me this feeling. It was kind of fun. Okay, let's do it. What's in the box? What's in the box? We have a taped up box that looks like it has a lot of spatial awareness that I'm feeling on the inside, so I think we can get wild with our cuts. I liked a lot of movies until they ruin it at the end. Right, me too, Donnie. Like, you want the conclusion and the build to give you some satisfaction, and I would almost say that Barbarian, it could. I would have done things differently. KC's in here. Closest I get to horror movies is watching one of your streams. What's up, everybody? Subscribe to the Knives Fast channel. He'll be live in 1 hour and 30 minutes ish. I will post a link and I will send you all there. I don't know if I will be live until then, but we're going to be live for a little bit. How are you doing, KC? My tournament on Saturday, I shot 2 or 3 down. It's a 2-round tournament. 2 or 3 down on the first round and +8 at the end. Yeah. We should have done long. I lose energy, and so some people get warmed up, and we did 18 holes of shorts, then 18 holes of longs. So the 18 holes of longs, I can do good on longs, but I just had ran out of juice and was starting to fall apart. I was a kid. My aunt showed you Hills Have Eyes. Didn't sleep at all. Was it the original probably then? You'd have to be pretty young if it was the remake, which is fine. I shot even, which isn't great, but not bad for scrambling. Yeah. KC, round 1, I had, what was it? I had 4 bogeys in round 1, and I still shot like 2 or 3 down. So I must have had 6 or 7 birdies. I was making some good putts. But then, man, the second round, it just, boom, fell apart. Wheels fell off, and I couldn't make it happen. What's up, Paul? It was the remake. Oh, Lemons is 23. Okay. Yeah, I'm jealous. You want to trade? You want to trade? Totally trade with you. We should watch the original one, though, Lemons. I actually don't know if I've seen the remake. No, I think I have, but I don't know how much I paid attention. Did I see men? Men? The Dominator. Time flies, right? Oh, dude. Let's not even. Let's not even. All right. Tri-stash right here. All right. Scudbit here.
Today we've got a special unboxing. I do not know exactly what's in here, but we're going to find out
Together right now. Cole will never even see that, so I mean, I totally could rip him off just fine. Right? Tri-stash, though. Telling you what, this knife is awesome. I got the clip swapped to the other side. Still just got a little custom work to do right around here. Children of Men. I haven't seen that one early. Urine time. There's two. Bada bing, bada boom. What? Oh, he must have held on to it. Okay, so this is from the Rosecraft. I am on a pass-around group for the company called Rosecraft. And here is a couple of knives from said pass-around. So the way that works is there's a group of us. Andy from Rosecraft has entrusted for us. Yeah, he sends the knives out to one person. They review them, pack them up, send them to the next, so on and so on. Here they are in mine. I get to check these out, review them, share them with all of you, make a couple videos, and then pass them on to the next person, which is great. So they help kind of showcase some of their stuff. Who's got some Rosecraft? I know pretty much all of you in here right now do or have handled them. Unless we got some newcomers. Any newcomers? Anyone new? First time viewers? Robert Willoughby. What's happening, dude? So just got a couple of Rosecrafts. I don't know, I'm not putting the blame on anybody. Not at all. Muskie Face's first time. Welcome, dude. You don't live that far. I'm in Minnesota, bud. So, before you know it, we're going to be good friends in fishing. You know what I'm saying? I've heard Rosecraft is stepping away from modern knives. They are. Of course, right after they sent me this, the MA12. So this is a newer working knife. And I've got a fly in here. Where'd you come from? Oh, that's going to annoy me. I'm going to have to kill that. It's not a big fly, but it's a fly nonetheless. Must be destroyed. I have not seen The Lighthouse or Poor Things. I heard The Lighthouse was just like, it's just another one of those movies where, what do they call it? Some new horror. It's not good. You spend 2 hours, nothing happens. It's bleak and nothing happens. The Lighthouse is art. Rip Fly, right? I got him. It's not horror. Yeah, it's I don't know if I like it. Like there's some of them, but like it's like when they spend 2.5 hours to like build a mood, and then that's all they've done. That's all they've done. It's like, oh, we spent 2 hours building this mood. Sure. Right. It's cinematography, dialogue, good actors. I get it. But it's like, I want to be like watching and like, ooh, what is happening? Or like, are you watching Breaking Bad like this? And I mean like this. Like I've been sitting down on the couch, watching Breaking Bad, and all of a sudden you're like, gah! And you're watching the show like this. You know what I mean? The Lighthouse? You watched like that? Donnie? Donald? I'll watch it then. It's on you, bro. I've heard it's just slow and... But the thing is, that is another thing, is I can allow myself to be built, you know what I mean? Versus a lot of people, they're instantly like checking their phone, like I can allow a movie to suck me in. I definitely can. But I don't know. So it's tough these days when you see people review stuff, and then it's like some people just, they don't have the attention span. Okay. These are the same. The Piney River Peanuts. Does anyone know about that? Do we want to see the stag one first or the blue bone? You want to see the stag or the blue bone? Oh, this knife is great. Donnie guessed for, or Donnie chose, no one else did. Stag it is. Boom. So these are fairly new from Rosecraft. I did get sidetracked there. I've been on this pass round for a while, but something happened and Andy had to change it up a little bit, rearrange the way it was going, but I hadn't received... Ron, I see you. Ron, I just noticed my phone is not letting me accept new messages from new friends on Instagram, but it shows me as like, oh, you have two, and I'm like, well, I don't see them. I opened it up here and I saw one of them was you. I grabbed that. I'm going to message you later and we can chat. Accept. Primary. I'm going to do it right now. Boom. Okay, now we're together. We're connected. Got it. Did anyone see the folding gin by TCNC? Does it look like... Huh? Isn't that what this is? Gin. This is a little Turner CNC. Nope. I was going to say, this says gin on it. Little top flipper. 9CR. Nope. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at this little one. It's a tiny one, eh? Oh, that's great. Ah, it's solid too. What do they say this is? The peanut? Piney River Peanut from Rosecraft. Look at this. I dig it. Sorry. Nice half stop, very solid. Got to kind of use the nail nick a little bit. What is my favorite knife? I should just leave this one accessible. CKF Evo 3.0. This is my favorite. Let index finger sit. Look at the sharp edge on there. That's a mirror edge right there. I love it. super cool knife. Too bad I have to send it back to Kevin. Okay, we got 2 pass-arounds from Rosecraft, the peanut. So this does look like the traditional peanut. So this is a case peanut. See the similarities? All right, almost identical, except for the Rosecraft is more stout. This has a wobbly, super wobbly blade like most case knives do. Rosecraft does not though. Rosecraft has a very solid fit, does not move, no play. This thing is solid, really nice half stop, boom, tight. That is great. I dig it. It has a similar, I have the Stinking Creek sow belly from Rosecraft. Look at those two together. Tell me that wouldn't be a nice little combo. They're very similar actually, except for the sow belly is much larger, obviously. I like this quite a bit. I have a larger hand, so for me this is good. D2 steel, got the stag. This is the peanut. Let's open the other one quick. Let's set this in here. Keep everything nice because this is a pass around, so I'll have to, can't really use these too much. I gotta keep them nice so the next person has nice knives as well. So they sent 2 of the new peanut, single blade peanut. This one, ooh, wow, that blue is really dark on this one. Casey, you still in here? Look at how dark blue this is. Ugh. Grateful. Grateful Dong just purchased 5 memberships. What a guy. Thank you, Grateful. I really appreciate that. Let's see who got them. Musky Face. There you go. Look at that. First time here. Got a membership just like that. Blaze Burger, Chris Hinckley, Kane, and Nick Martino. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and Derek for real. Wait, that's 1, 2. Oh, Hinckley didn't get one. I'm sorry. Musky Face, Blaze Burger, Kane Knives, Nick Martino, and Derek for real. All right. Welcome to the gang. Post up some of the emojis if you want. Here's a few of them. I'll splash up there. That'll be good for a month, and if you want to renew after the month, you are certainly welcome to do so, but not required. Nice half stop. Boom. Wow. I was going to say, I generally am always going to like the stag more, but this blue bone, ooh, wow, look at that. That looks fantastic. It's very shiny, smooth. It's really dark. The other blue bone that I've seen, I've held 2 of them from Rosecraft, and they're generally a lighter blue. You know what I mean? Like a little bit more like that shade of blue right there, like lighter. I really like this. It's dark. It's got some fun, you know, unique kind of splotchy areas. It's bone, so you're getting some natural variance. Wow, okay. It also is a little more rounded. The stag, they're going to make a little bit wider to keep that stag texture on there. So if you look at them from here, you can see the stag one's got a little more thickness where I'm gripping it. Other than that, they are basically the same. They both, you kind of, it's a strong enough, you kind of have to get in that nail nick to open it up a little bit. But man, these are super cool. For a smaller knife, loser, my man Lou. What's up? Got a couple of Rosecraft pass-arounds. This is the peanut in blue bone and a stag. Man, I'm gonna have to talk to Andy. I kind of want one of these. Dad, you in here tonight? My dad likes to come in and lurk once in a while. But yeah. Dad, if you're in here, check this out. You might love this. This thing is great. These smaller ones, although, you know me, I prefer a larger one. A little bit bigger. But this smaller one, I don't know. I might have to pick one of these up for good old Papa Kenman. Look at those. These are nice though. They're small. I'm not a huge fan of the smaller ones, but a lot of times, like I said, I have a peanut, a case peanut that is basically the same size. The blade's definitely more stout and more solid on here. And then you can tell on this, it just wobble, wobble, wobble. Not trying to talk bad about case, but they tend to not have as consistent of quality control as Rosecraft. They are solid. That is very well done, very smooth, very clean. No little rough edges. Everything connects nice. Nothing's coming up. No little spots filled in. The bone tends to be one where you might have issues. And I am seeing nothing but clean seams and edges all the way around, no filler. Very well done. Rosecraft does a great job for the price points that they've got them at. If you're looking for a smaller slip joint, oof, that peanut, definitely smaller. Compare that to the Stinking Creek sow belly. It's a lot smaller. But in the pocket, boom. Drop it in your fifth pocket right there, and then that would be a good little small. This is for you, Lou. Real slow this time. Let's get that thumb all the way in there. Make sure you see where we're at. All the way in. Pow. There's the blue one. These are great. So stag does not have a shield on it, just got that natural stag. And then there is a small shield on the blue one. As a knife lover, I really like it. The smallest Rosecraft I had before was this one. This is the Zambezi. Tight pinch crimp. Look at the wood on there though. Tell me that's not amazing. That huge forward choil. So even my smallest one is fairly big compared to the peanut. Blade length is about the same, but you can see the presence even though this is a smaller knife. Yay, magic. Inundated with slip joints. See, slip joints, even Tri-State posted a video recently that he's like, wow, I'm really liking these lockbacks. Hart wrote a song about the magic man. He's the magic. You got to change it a little bit so that you don't get the copyright. I need one of those ABW slipsies. Those are great lemons. Those only were available, just a couple of them, and the few people that knew about it jumped on it, grabbed them, they're gone. But they were cool. I really enjoy this Rosecraft, the Obed Creek Bow Trapper. So that's a bigger one. Put that next to that bad boy. Look at that. A lot smaller. But apparently, they're getting out of the non-traditionals. Here's a few more non-traditionals from Rosecraft. This is the Pocket Monster. This was a gift from Mike. This is the Eris Rex. D2 micarta and copper on the bolster. Discontinued. Look at that harpoon way out on the tip. And then you've got your Rosecraft chunk. So it appears that Rosecraft is moving away from these non-traditional kind of designs and moving more into just focusing on the traditionals, which I think the traditionals that they do are fantastic. So if you ask me, I guess I don't mind. I do mind that this, I need like a sugar packet for this table right now. Sugar packet. It's apparently, there we go. It was giving me the wobs, and then when you have one knife on the table, like, can't handle that. Can't handle that. So, are those ABW slippies even available, though, is the question. You're going to have to buy one. The AB is the one you have. The other is an old Barlow. The old Barlow is your first knife? How long have you had that? I contacted ABW. He happened to have an extra one. And you got it? How much were those? $150? Is that right? Rosecraft needs to up their game on the steel for the non-treads. Yeah, but I just think, because they have some cool non-traditionals, and for the price, that's D2's fine. I don't mind that at all. What's up, BS Cowboy? How you doing? So yeah, for the price point they had, D2 was fine. I mean, they were, you know, less than $100 users. That's cool that you got one though, Paul. I don't know if that's still a deal that is available for the folks. If someone wanted one of those ABW slippies, I don't know if that's something you can still get a hold of. These are nice though. I definitely like a traditional with the stag. But God, between the two, the blue bone on this peanut. I like that. Focus on anything other than my face. There you go. I just have to get off camera. For a smaller one, this is the greatest little smaller peanut knife. And look at that. It's got a stiff enough pull on it that you put your thumb against it, like on this one here. Wah, 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 wah. Super easy to do that. On this one. You can see I'm pushing right now. It's not even doing anything. Do that on this one. It's whoop, 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 whoop. And the thickness. I'm about the thickness, y'all. Even if it's a smaller knife, like the Horlock, 0.14 thickness. Shorter, smaller, but you got that thickness, fits in my hand, makes me happy. So these smaller ones with this beefy back, look at that. Look at that. Significantly thicker, and this only has one blade. This one's got two blades in it, and it's thinner. And then look at the top. See that? This goes, they give you a full piece of that nickel silver there, versus this is just these little frags and that little slider piece in the middle. Well, I guess this does have the notch on that side, but look at that thickness. Definitely better. Definitely better. I like them. What is your favorite knife from a movie? Actually, I know exactly what it is.
Darn Tootin, clinking beer mugs emoji.
Clinking beard mugs emoji. Darn tootin', flipping knives for $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Cheers. I'm finishing up my Red Bull. Drink to that. Thank you very much. $5 from Flippin' Knives. Thank you. What a guy. Darn tootin'. So the question was, rootin' tootin', I'm disputing favorite knife from a movie. The movie is Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Sorry, it's backwards. Part 4. See where this is going. There it is. The Buck 119 USA made beast. Super thick handle. Favorite movie knife was the question. I am obviously a Jason fan. Friday the 13th, part 4, the final chapter. The Buck 119. There it is. 6-inch blade. Super thick handle. Fred the Lug. How's it going, Fred? Fred, I'm going to message you after this live. So I keep that one right there for now. Always wanted one growing up. I love it. Can't imagine you would like that movie. What? J1 Doobie, what's up? How much do those go for, Cran? That version, the standard version for the Buck 119, I think is around 80 bucks. They do have a premium version that's kind of closer to 200. I've considered picking it up, but that is the standard. The premium one has a different handle. It's got a micarta handle, which I would actually like better, but it's not the same handle as the one from the movie, hence that one. That's the one from the movie. So had to have it. But one day I may pick up that premium version. I can't remember if it's what blade steel it is. It might be S90 or it might be 154. I don't know, but I know the handle, the black part of the handle is micarta, and it's gorgeous. I will await the exhilaration. It's not that exciting, Fred. I'm sending you some money, Fred. I'm going to send you some money, Fred. I'm buying a knife. I bought a knife from Fred. Here it is. Boom. Ramet Meteor. He sends some knives for me to check out, and once in a while he's got some for sale. I saw this one in Blade Show Atlanta. It's a button actuated bolster lock, so I can use that button. I can use the bolster lock. Really fun knife. Fred's like, always good to get money, right? Yeah, that's basically it. Basically, I want to do a live sometime soon, though, and have Fred on as well. I'm going to do some more lives and have some guests and do some things. The machete should be adorned with a fake bleed. I mean, got to have that classic. This is another one, right? No doubt. Well, it is almost Halloween time. So maybe we can do some fun Halloween stuff. Paul might. You sent a ton today on 4 tickets to Japan. When are you going to Japan, Fred? What knives are you buying in Japan, Fred? Take me with you, Fred. Cran, I do have some of those. We generally only talk about knives on here. We got to keep it specific. But they are fun. 100%. Definitely fun. Let's do fun Halloween stuff. We got to decorate. Should we decorate? I got to get some spider webs or something like that. Should I be making notes? Should I be making notes? I hate that sound. Rattle, 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 rattle. Which one was it? This one here. Gotta go. Oh, I wish I could keep these. I gotta get a hold of Andy. I know some of them, I gotta pass them around to some different people. But every once in a while, I'll be like, Andy, can I just send you some money and keep this one? These are cool. These are cool. All right, I'm going to move these aside for a little bit. Kind of try to stay a little bit motivated directionally here. Motivated directionally. Let's look at the Horlock one more time. Oh, S35 VN. Terry's design, 1931 Leatherworks. Concept. Absolutely love this. So nice. Shipwreck the walls for a spooky pirate ship theme. Shipwreck my walls? Okay. Fred's got a few Rocksteads, unless you can go to the factory and put one together. Give out slip joints to all the kids in the neighborhood. I ordered 4 case P210 tomato knives the other day. Can you guess what I'm going to make? Paul's not surprised. Paul's not surprised at all. Making notes. There are some things, Paul, for sure, when I say it. Down there? Right there? Is that what you're talking about? Salsa or tomato soup? Soup. Making notes. Notes. Ha! Very good. That's a very good phonetic spelling. What did I, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not on the right planet here. Okay. This, or this. Where the hell is that blade? I'm literally missing the blade for that knife. I have no idea where the hell it is. What time is it? 5:30. We got an hour to do a die project. What blade seal does your Orlock say on the blade? S35 VN. Oh, it's going to be backwards. Mine says S35 VN. Backwards. Because, oh yeah, Fred, you have the prototype, right? Kubi Pioneer? I don't think so. I don't think I've... The tree, oh... The plant has to be watered occasionally, and I can't really leave it in this room all the time because I'd have to open the blinds. There's no light in here unless I'm in here filming. So I had to move it to wash it. Had to get her washed. Had to put her in the sink and give her a good old hose down, you know what I'm saying? It's still alive. I mean, I could go get it. Prototype is coming your way, along with a few others. You can check the differences between the prototype and the real one. That sounds great. A little compare and contrast. It would have been nice. I mean, I'm not mad, but I had the Tri-Stash V1 here a couple of weeks ago, and then I just got the actual Tri-Stash V2 right here. Love it. Get one before they're gone. Action is great. It would have been nice to do a little compare and contrast between the two, size-wise, feel and stuff, but it's fine. It's fine. Incoming customization of this bad boy. Make sure to give its undercarriage a good hose in. I think you'll always be getting one repeat knife. Deal with it. You know I will. What the hell? Kevin Smith and Knives. My man Kevin.
Ooh.
My man. All right. Let's make some selections here. We're going to do a die project here. Here are the choices we've got right now. Concept Reverie. Right there. This is a brown micarta. And what's the blade? 154 cm. Front flipper, maybe top flipper if I was stronger, but I have weak hands. Oh, God. Boom. So we have a Concept Reverie right there. We have a Kaiser Porcupine, 9CR, and a jade handle with black accents. See the new knife design by Javon? I did not. Did he just show it? Actually, it looks pretty good except for the nudie maker's mark. Nudie. Kaiser Yacket. This one is similar, 9CR, and then the jade, but silver. Actually, there's barely any. There is a nested liner on one side. It looks like there isn't one on the other side. And then, there we go. Last choice, Kaiser Original Button Lock. Micarta Browntown. So we have two micartas, two jades. Original Yacket Porcupine Reverie. How many people we have in here right now? 20. Lou votes for the Reverie. Everyone vote now. Dirty Dan says the second one. This is 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. The concept is 4. The original is 1. Muskie loves the jade color. We're getting rid of the jade color. We're about to change it. Oh, that's fun. What are we voting on? We're going to do a die. I should actually maybe post a thing. Can I do that even? Or can I? Create a poll. One, 2. Okay, perfect. 3. Give me 1 second. 4. 3. I think I spelled that wrong, which is fine. Porcupine. I can't even type because this is not how I should be doing this. Whatever. Yacket, yacked, and Ridge. All right, start poll. Boom. Poll is up. This is the Kaiser Original. This is the Kaiser Yacht. This is the Kaiser Porcupine. This is the Reverie. We're going to do a die project with one of these right now. Pick, choose as you can. We've got 29 people watching. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4. In the chat, vote now. 1, original. 2, yacht. 3, porcupine. 4, reverie. I will be right back. Good Lord. All right. Was that enough time? Was that enough time? All right. Here. Okay. Hello. We're back. We're back. Last chance for anyone to vote. We're doing a die project right now. Number 1, the original. Number 2, the yacht. Number 3, the porcupine. Number 4, the reverie. Vote now. How come that's not open? We have 12 votes and 23 people here. No, you don't want to vote, that's fine. You don't have to. But if you're here right now and you can vote, we got 14 out of 28 people. Half the people in here have potentially voted. We're going to do this regardless. So if you don't vote, we're going to wait a few more seconds. And I'm going to pick, it looks like everyone's going for the porcupine. Lou. Doo-doo brown over jade. Not anymore. Now it's starting to look like jade. But this is the color we're starting with, not the color we're finishing with. And we're changing it up. We're not going to keep it jade or doo-doo brown. I'm timing out anyone not voting for the reverie, says Lou. Oh, that's great. All right, we're just going to wait a few more seconds here, and then it's done. I spelled everything wrong. The reverie spelled wrong, porcupine. No, I got original. Well, I didn't spell original. I got yacht spelled right. Yacket? Okay. Gonna be cooking dinner. I'll be lurking. What's up, Taggin? Someone was talking about you doing a live earlier, or what time do you do? When are your lives, Taggin? I want to try to be there. Guess I'll go stand in the corner, Lou. Oh, you guys. Brian Dixon. All right. I don't think enough people are going to vote to change it at this point. It looks like it's porcupine. For another day. The concept, or I mean the Kaiser original full-size button lock. That dog's going. We'll save this one for the next time. Lou, you have to be here. Next time you're here, Lou, we'll do this one. How about that? You let me know what color you want it to be. Now we need to pull for what color we're dyeing the porcupine. This guy knows what's going on. This guy knows what's going on. All right, well, at the moment, I need everyone to start spitting colors. Musky face. I'm excited to watch this. We need to start spitting colors. Now you got to remember, one scale red, the other blue. Well, right now you're in the lead because no one else said anything. I don't have a specific time yet, but whenever I do, it's usually 5:30ish or 8:45ish. Those are very similar. I would love to come hang out, tag in. Someone wants to post a link to his channel, help kind of promote. So here it is. Kaiser Porcupine. This is Kaiser's kind of budget line. I don't know. I think they discontinued these. Look at the action on this though. Boom. Just drops shut. Flips out like a dream. It really requires almost little to nothing to get that to drop in there. 9 CR 18 MOV on the blade. We have a flat grind with a crazy warnie on there. And then the jade with the black liner, at least on the one side, which is going to make it a little darker. The Chinese Yojimbo. Kinda. It's kind of got some Yojimbo-ish. A deeper shade of doo-doo for the Reverie. We could probably do that a little. Black and orange. Oh, like a do it orange, and then the black would go with that orange. Kind of a Halloween idea. What was Fred's idea? Oh yeah, orange and black, Fred. I got the Miss Congeniality Consolation Prize. Good for you, Lou. I am not set up for a 2-color fade, but I'm actually going to work on that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little canopy thing, and then I can get my dip motor hung up above that, and we can do some fades. Lemons was serious about the red and blue. I know you were. I was saying you were in the lead. Are you going to wear heels with that prize, Lou? The Donger redeemed himself with the 2-tone fade. I can't do much. I mean, we'd have to do a hand fade, which would be tougher. And then when I do the fades, I'm going to have to figure out how to do that because I need to be, I rinse them off, I dry them off. It's kind of not as exciting because it's a slower process because I don't just do it. I have to take it out and then dry it and then do it again. Red and blue when it's the 4th of July. I agree. I have a red and blue. Red, blue, Howling Wolves from Shea from the gas station collection. Donnie likes heels. So, okay, red bottoms, yeah. Black and orange sounds like a good idea. So when you say black and orange, are you literally saying one side black and one side orange, or half black, or a fade to a black from orange to black, or just orange? And then allow the black to accent, because you got the black here and here, and then the black liner on there. Red and white for the Christmas time, orange and black for Halloween. Yeah. So just all orange, and then let the black be the black accents. We could do an all orange, and then I could do a hand black fade after the fact. So we could do the whole thing in orange, see what it looks like with the orange, and then maybe fade it from orange to brown to black or whatever. I like mostly orange, add a blend of black by the pivot. Maybe just have a slight fade. Okay. All right. So, okay, we got a plan. Let's get this out of the way for a second. Let me grab this right here. Boom. All right. Wish I could get this a little closer. There we go. That's not bad. And I get in tight like this. You don't necessarily need to see my face. My face. All right, last looks. Kaiser Porcupine. Candy corn fade. Ew. Ew. I like that idea, Dirty Dan, and we have other knives that maybe we could try that too. But we'd have to start with white because this is green and it's gonna be affected with the green, so there's no way to really get white. You can only add to it. But if we started with something that had a white, you know, for example, like this, the Pyrite Light, this has got white on it. So you start that one with white and you could get that candy corn top. So we got to remember that one. That might be a fun one to do. Dark wash the blade later. Ooh, we might want to dark wash the blade. Huh, Dirty Dan. No. Pivot represents the sun and should give off orange heat. Heat travels down the knife, it slowly dissipates and fades to black. Wow. Lou with the story time. Okay, so there it is. Let's go. There it is. Okay. Nope, it's T6. I was hoping. But it is not. Sometimes the body screws are 8s. This one, 6s. Which is fine. Pocket clip is also 6. And why? Alright, here we go. What do we got? 28 of us in there. Anybody in here never seen one of these before? We are about to do a fun little die project on this knife. Just got the last looks. This is a budget Kaiser Porcupine. Perfect type of a candidate for doing a custom job. You're not spending too much on it. But you have a nice profile knife that works good, that you can have a little fun with. All right, there's the pivot. Don't roll off the table on me. Ooh. All right, so you always want to pay attention. So there is a washer, then the bearing, then the blade, then another washer and another bearing. Why isn't that? Really? That doesn't want to pop out of there. Of course, there's always the fun things that get stuck. Generally, that should just push down. Where are... Yep, I knew that was going to roll off. What is happening here? Very strange, indeed. I can't see what is preventing that side from sliding off. Oh, there is no, so there's only a washer on that side. What is making this stick in there? That's my question. Trying to pry this thing off. Wow. I felt some narration would bolster my case. It does, Lou. Musky Face has never seen this done. Grateful, the porcupine's a fun little knife. So, since Dan won't be paying attention to chat, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with the case for tomato. Freddy Glove. Bro! That sounds really cool. Why doesn't this... And it doesn't twist either, like it's a captive pivot. Oh, no. That's what it... Is that... Wow. Figured it out. It screws into both sides of that. And so it won't slide off because this barrel has some thickness to it. And I actually had to unscrew both sides. I thought that was captive, but no, it's just that. And then this also has one of these where the spacer is actually connected on the inside, so you can't see that screw. So then that means it sits in that little divot hole, and you see it doesn't come through, so you only have the hole there, and then the spacer there only has a screw on one side, and one side the screw sits in the divot, and the other side it's just inside there. Interesting. The other thing to notice is there is a little bit of brass in there. Can't remove that, but that should be fine. So now we have the two blank scales. I'm going to go wash them in the sink, and then we can get the die and we can do the job. Rough Rider pry bar coming in handy. Freddy Glove sounds super cool, dude. Super cool. Non-captive pivots should be illegal in 2025. Yes. Tegan is going to be live with Shay at 7:30 Eastern. That's 6:30 Cent. Wait. Yeah. No, that's wrong. Scratch that. Rewind it. Okay. So we're going to do orange. So we want a classic orange is what we're looking at, kind of that Halloween kind of orange. I'm going to go grab that really quick, wash these, and then I'll be back. I'll give you something to look at. There you go. I will be right back 1 moment. All right, what's your favorite from the shelf there? Anything? Anything? Nice, tasteful, classic orange. Not some cheap hooker orange. That's the only orange I have. What is that even? I don't know. Yes. The blue poop knife? Yeah, it's a winner. Made a Freddy glove before, but it was crap. Made it with scissor blades. The joints were crap. Gonna really put the effort in this one. Oh, grateful. I love it. What's the story on the poop knife? Why is it a poop knife? Because that is literally what it is. This is the official poop knife. It has a steel core. It's dishwasher safe. And, you know, I mean, I've never had to use it. You watch the unboxing video, I do a demo. Of course, the demo was with a brownie. But yeah, that is actually sold as the official original poop knife. For those of you that are able to produce a turd of such gargantuanness that you need a knife to cut it to get it to flush. Apparently, some people in this world have done this. I am not one of them. Anybody in the chat ever needed to use a poop knife? All right, let me get this started. I got my classic orange Prego. If you save jars and you make dye, this is like 4 ounces of dye and about 24 ounces of water. You can save the dye and reuse it. And so you just get yourself some containers, some jars, whatever. I spilled on myself. Make sure you don't. You got to pay attention to that. Anything you don't want to die will die very fast. If you want it to die, it takes longer for sure. All right, so I'm going to get this warming up on my little hot plate here. Make sure you're in a good ventilated area. You're careful. You're not going to burn yourself down. We might do that today. No, we won't. All right. That first day I used this, I had never preheated it up, and it had like that stuff it had to burn off on day one. Kind of had a little, there was a smell. Heating up some tomato soup. Old stinky fingers. Okay, I'll be right back. Get me some towels and stuff. Ooh. Something smells. All right, I'm going to grab you, turn you around for a second. Poop knife, it's a real thing. The original poopknife.com. Yes, this is real. Be a samurai of the porcelain poo-poo platter. Original poop knife. That was the packaging it came in. So it's official. That's a legitimate. Like, what? It's a thing. I don't know. I thought it was hilarious. What's the HRC? Ha! That's hilarious. It's kind of poo-poo town. It's like 46, 48. Brian Kerr, what up, dude? Whisker Forge makes the coolest forks. Who likes my fork? Brian made that. Alright, I I gotta fix my this. Go. All right, so we're heating up dye. We're almost ready. Oh, I don't have my other stuff. I gotta go grab one more thing. I'm gonna turn this down first. You don't need that boiling, we just need it hot. Okay, got some water, just some plain water right there to help neutralize the dye, slow it down when we want it to be done. So I'm heating this dye up. It's about 4 ounces of liquid RIT dye and about 24 ounces of water mixed together. Save it in the container, use it as many times as you want. I'm heating it up. You don't need it to be boiling. Hot activates it. If it's room temperature, it'll work, but very slow. It could take days. But when it's hot, it can take minutes. So you want to get it nice and hot, but you don't need it boiling. I usually keep it just under boiling. Certain knives, like a micarta or something, if you left it in boiling water for a long time, it could start to expand and change a little bit or warp. Where's the apron and safety goggles? The rack and hedge. For those that know about the rack and hedge. Okay, so I got these metal hooks to make it easier for us. I'm going to just go ahead and hook these on here. It makes it much simpler getting in and out of the liquid hot dye. And we are almost there. So I like to bring it to almost boiling and then just turn it down a little bit and then let it sit at that. I got glasses on my head. Nothing's splattering. Nothing's my PPEs are of adequacy, I think. Poop knife is for those people with extra fiber in their diet. Right, David? Partially serrated for the thick rope-like turd. If you know. Okay, so we are pretty much there. Good to go. Turn it down just a little bit. So what we're going to do here is I am going to splash these around in the dye. Basically, if we get an air bubble on there, let's say I put it in the dye, but there's an air bubble right here. That air bubble is preventing dye from hitting a spot. So then when we take it out, that air bubble pops away, but then there's a spot that doesn't match the rest. We want a nice uniform base to start with. So I'm going to make sure they're swished around before we set it in there, and there's no air bubbles. All right, we're ready? Here we go. Splashy splash. Kind of look a couple of times. And then in we go on the edge. We are dyeing, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Just like that. Now we let her go. Couple of minutes. Can you explain all this with a heavy Cajun accent? I don't know how well I can do that. What are the scales I'm dyeing? These are off of the Kaiser Porcupine. This is the blade for the Porcupine. I think it's a discontinued design from Kaiser. They had some in the Jade and the 9CR 18 MOV blade seal on sale a while ago. So I picked up several of them just to do for some dye project stuff. I'm going to move all the knife parts out of our world for a little bit. We do not need that right now. It's just in our way. Cajun accent. Y'all know here. I don't. God.
What I can do is I can do like this. All right, we got some orange. Ooh, this is pretty nice orange. We're going to go ahead and take it on out of there. Careful with drips now. Gonna bring them on in here just like this. This is kind of like a Cajun accent.
Probably can't hear it either. Okay, so these looked really orange when I did the rinse. The water will neutralize the dye and it will remove the dye, showing you what you actually have. And what we actually have is a lot lighter orange. It's almost peach. So we're going back in. See, now look at this. They're instantly darker. That is just dye sitting on there. So we're not really getting a true color by lifting. So every once in a while, that's why you got to go into the water, give it a rinse, kind of see where you're at. It was kind of more like an orange tang, if you will, and we will. We definitely want it more orange, more that classic Halloween kind of orange, right? I believe that that's what we're kind of going for. A little more of that and a little less of this, because this is technically orange if it's not by anything else when you get it here. But you can see if you go light, the green is still there, so that green is going to affect it from the jade. So we have to make sure we go dark enough that it kind of overrides any little bits of the jade. Already got my Tempest Knives hat. Fast. He's got new Tempest Knives hats. I saw those. I saw the ad for it. You ordered it and got one already? Practice the Cajun accent by saying the words onion and defecation. Onion. See, that's perfect like that. But that's not where we're at. So we're going to have to wait. The patience. You guys hear the dog? I feel bad for those dogs. She just lets them out and then they just bark. And I can't even go sit in my backyard because they just bark, bark, bark. I go over there and I pet them. The second you walk away, it's bark, bark, bark. Barking at these dogs, barking at those dogs. And everyone just kind of just goes in and shuts their door and ignores their dogs. Defecation. Onion. Defecation. Like that. What's in the bulb? Kevin Smith and Knives. We have a couple of scales off of a Kaiser. Kaiser porcupine. We're going to do up kind of a Halloween style here. I'm going to go another minute. Give them another rinse. See where the orange is. We're trying to get a nice bright Halloween-y orange. Halloween-y. Yep. And then we might do a little black fade or something, or maybe something, or we could do something weird or spooky on the blade. I'm not going to be able to do that today. By George, you've got it. KDK on.
Yes. You guys are silly.
I'm going to do a rinse. Look at the orange. Too light. They're definitely still like tang. Make sure you don't have any air bubbles on there. Once they're pretty much soaked, the air bubbles don't, it's like that section doesn't really collect as much anymore. So it's not something to be as worried about. But it's that initial dip when you want to make sure you really get them coated. I just turned the heat up. It looked like we were losing our boil a little bit, although like I said, keep it just under bowl. I like to boil my shrimp. Dylan Mallory in the house. What's going on, Dylan? Low and slow. That is the tempo. All right, where did I put my mouse? It's right here. I got to get the link. Oh, that doesn't work. Wow, it doesn't work on the towel at all. Wow, I didn't know a mouse doesn't work on the towel. Who knew? Who knew? All right. Knives Fast. Knives Fast Live. There it is. Grab the link. 30 minutes. Copy. We still have 30 minutes. Sweet peppers and sausage. bowl and water and oil. There, I just posted a link that is for KC's Knives Fast channel. It's going to be starting up in about 30 minutes. I opened up the window for that, so when that starts up, we'll hear it. If we're still going, we can pop over there. We are dyeing some scales right now. We are going for an orange for Halloween here. It's looking pretty close, but we need to let it go a little deeper than we think, because when it rinses off, it's going to lighten up just a bit. It's for dyeing. What's up, Sophia? Yeah, we have a RIT dye in here. I need to turn that down a little bit now. So it is a RIT dye mixed with water, about 4 ounces of dye, 24 ounces of water. And now it's boiling, which is not necessary. We just want it hot. The heat activates the dye. And we are dyeing some scales on a pocket knife right now. The knife was this color right here. Just a nice jade. This is the knife that Grateful Dong sent me. The Concept Egress. We're going to do a custom to this sometime pretty soon too. Probably going to do a fade. That's why I didn't have this one out. Grateful I didn't bring this one out because I know I want to fade this or something else. I got to get a rig set up so I can do my my slow motor dip fade setup. I don't even cook that, Lou. We just eat it raw. It's fresh. Sophia, we are kind of cooking. I mean, we're cooking these scales. Cooking these scales up right here. And that is hot. Ow. 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 Rinse. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. Couple more minutes, and I think we're going to be good. I feel like if we take them out too soon, we're just not going to be happy. We're going to be like, this should have been a little darker orange. The one side has the liner. So the one side has this liner. The other side does not have a liner on this particular knife. So the liner side, this is going to make, actually it'll make both sides darker. It's going to make the one side more darker because it's nested into that one side. So that one side, we're looking at that orange, you're going to have that black right behind it. The other side will have the gap where the blade goes, and then this. So they'll both kind of get darker because of that black liner. When do you think it's good to go? 2 more minutes? Probably, Muskie. I would say a couple of minutes at the most. I'm actually surprised it's taking this long. Some colors go really fast. Some can take 10 minutes or more, depending on where you're at. If you start with white, like if you start with a white jade scale, or not a white jade, a white G10, the white is so bright, and then it's also not translucent. Like, sorry, old knees. So like the jade is translucent and green, so you're gonna, it takes a little bit more color to make it translucent look dark, versus white, you can't see through it at all. No light passes through it. So that white is the underlying like start. The color goes on top of that. It's white popping out that color, versus a jade that is translucent is kind of dulling the color. So when we're going for an orange, if we were doing it on this white right here, we would be done already. It would be very bright. But because of the jade, it's also a little bit of green. It's going to throw an onion in there. Forbidden stew. The green and the jade tone is going to basically knock it down. So you're always going to be adding to whatever color is already there. Since we already have the jade, it's going to definitely affect it. Make it a little bit more on the brown, duller shades and lighter. So because of that, we have to leave it in there longer, basically. What's up, watchmaker? We're customizing a pocket knife right now. Try this off a bit so you can take a look. I know the lighting on the lives is never quite the same. And that needs to be turned down now. That's the orange we're looking at. See how like when the light shines through it, it's a little bit lighter? Try to just dry this off real quick. But when we put this, now look. They look like translucent carrots. Ha! So what do we think? Do we want it to be a little more orange than that? Another minute or so, or not? No one say anything. I'm going to throw them back in and we can talk about it. Since this is so hot, until we decide, we can just leave them in there. But I think we're almost there. Dirty Dan says more orange. We don't play that game, OG. If I was dumb, yeah, I get that all the time, OG. Every single day we've got someone wanting to do a shout out for their relative. If you can give me a birth certificate that has that name exactly on it, I'd consider it. But I mean, you know, good try. Good try. We need to turn that orange up to 11. Well, they are jade, so we can go a little bit hotter. I would never turn it up this much. I've seen people do dyes with a rolling boil, and it doesn't seem to be an issue, but most of the time people are doing G10. I would submit, I know people who've done micarta that it didn't fit right after they did it. But they probably had it sitting there right on the bottom, touching the bottom, just getting cooked, and it warped it, changed it a little bit, and whoops, that is not what we want. Didn't want to do that either. Pry bar works for more than just prying. We're trying. Wow, that's really cooking now. Come on. I got my hooks all funny. Anybody else carry a pry bar on a regular basis? What's up, Anti-Curse? We are doing a customization to a pocket knife. This is one I did recently. So see, this is jade. This used to be jade, and we made this a dark tangerine. We're actually doing another shade of orange right now, but this is a lighter orange. The tangerine goes really dark, or no, apricot, I'm sorry. It's a darker orange. It'll never give us the bright orange. We're trying to go for a little bit more orange like this right here. Possessor of Pry Bar. This is just a little Rough Rider one. That's a tobacco bone. Simple, small, but man, I carry it. I use it all the time. Shout out from UK. Right on. Donnie carries a pry bar. Donnie, you ever make pry bars? I kind of want to make a couple pry bars. I think that would be something, as far as starting off, wouldn't be as hard to make as a knife per se. Wow, we are roll boiling. I am against all what I do right now. Roll boil. Awesome, dude. Yeah, it's fun. We do a lot of custom stuff on here. Dye projects, shipwrecks. We did this shipwreck on a live recently. Actually, it was kind of a joint procedure because these are the same knives. So we took the Damascus and all the black off of the jade, put it on this, and then did the shipwreck to the copper, which looks great. And then we dyed this and put all the silver on this one. Shipwrecks are fun though. Blaze, thanks to whoever donated the memberships. Grateful Don bought the memberships. He bought 5 memberships and you are one of the lucky winners. Congratulations, you get that for a month. Dong's the man. Big Hams, what's up, dude? We're doing a little dye project here before Bees and KC go live. Just having a little fun. Black tabletop means magic time. I already did one. I gotta find some stuff to do for good old Lou that we haven't done before. Some fresh. All right, these got to come out. All right. Ooh. I got dye on my fingers and I didn't wipe that off right away. Oh no. See, if you get it on your hands and you wipe it off right away, it's fine. But if you leave it on there, my next 2 or 3 videos, unboxings and stuff, we're going to have orange on my hands now. Might be able to get some of it off, but look at my thumb. That might be there for a few days. One time, the first time I screwed that up, I was doing a dye and I was rinsing stuff off, and it's like I didn't notice, but I had a lot of water like this, and there is dye in this water. It's minimal because there's a lot of water and just a little dye, but I had a lot of blue in there, and I had it in my hands and I was wiping it off. My hands were wet for like 5 minutes, and when I dried them off, they had like a tint of blue. Orange jazz hands. That spot right there is perfect. It's fine. It's fine. All right, get these hooks off of here. And then the next step is to be smart. And what's smart? What's smart is I'm going to take this dye and I am getting out of here. And I'm going to go move it so I don't spill it anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay. So now we've removed that. Thank you all for bearing with my chaos here. We don't have much time. Time got away from us a little bit here. I'm going to set this hot plate out of my world. Smart. Shop smart. Shop S-Mart. Halloween trivia. What am I talking about? Go. Put the bucket of water somewhere so you kick it. And when you kick it, the water goes everywhere. That's the smartest plan. That is the smartest plan. Well, they were hands, Lou. They were hands. You usual suspects and norms. How's everyone? Big Hams is asking, how's everyone doing? Good. How are you doing, Hams? What you been up to? Did you get a tri-stash? I did. Boom. The lefty tri-stash clip on the left side. This is my show side. We're going to do something to it very soon. Hope everyone has a wonderful night. Remember, you're not a burden. Loving the tri-stash though. Only a couple of them left. Front flip works great. Awesome knife, large knife, feels good in the hand. I dig it. I really dig it. Okay, where are we at? We have scales. Wow. Is that just the way it's drying, or what is that? Oh, it's just the way it was drying. That was so weird. It looked like it was not even. Not even. My chat is frozen on my phone. I apologize. I have to look over to my screen. Dank, read my previous comment. Dang it. Bless. Bless. How far back is it? I use a scraper and a cold chisel. What? Is there another one that I missed? Is it live chat? Bless. First you want to kill me. Now you want to kiss me. Okay. All right. You got it. Okay. You got it. Shop smart. Shop S-Mart. This is my boom. Okay. That's just something we call pillow talk, maybe. Oh, thank you, Donnie. Donnie always comes through. Lou has the whole thing as warnies. Lou, warnies only. If I accidentally swipe up, it takes me to a guy blowing glass pipes. That's kind of cool. Glass blowing is fun. I wish I could have gotten into that. There was a guy who made a comment on my, where did I put it? Where are you? On my, my tall boy. Oh, there it is. Made a comment on I had a pocket check with the tall boy, and he made a comment, and it said, that is such an ugly blade shape, something like that. Who would want that? Or I don't know what it is. Everyone's got their own personal taste. I love the tall boy, but he did not like this Warncliffe shape at all. Boom. I love it. I like it, Warnie. Good old Warnie. So, here's the thing. We have how many minutes till Wapner? 12 minutes till Wapner. So he's going to start up in a little bit here. I want to be basically done before they start up. This is his normal live time. I don't like to... we're a community here. We all work together. Try to, you know, help support the other people in said community. And KC's got a great channel. He's been inspiring. And Wapner. Right, Fred? So yeah, we'll go over there, or, you know, you go wherever you want after the fact. But when he starts up, generally, I'm going to be done. So we could put this back together and look at it. They're almost piss-like. They're definitely orange. That is orange. He called the orange orange. God bless this homeless man's soul. Should we put it together and just look at it, and then any other customizations we can do in the future? It's easy to take this one back apart again. We just got lucky. How lucky did we get? Lucky or unlucky? I think we got lucky. Lucky means nothing fell that I didn't notice. Fred says darker orange. We could make it darker orange. We won't do it today, but we can do it in the future. Baby steps to the door. Just making sure it's dry. All right. This goes in here like so. All right, so what happened was this side had a bearing in there, right? And then this was here, and this was in that, like so. And that's why we couldn't get that off. So we'll get that started there. Okay. Drop this bad boy spacer at there. Rupture. About like that. Oh, has this got a D edge to it? Or am I just losing my mind here? Surgery time. There is a notch to that. They only fit and slide in a specific angular way. Okay. Blade. Let's go ahead and do this. And then we're going to go bearings and then washer on their side rupture. And the reason for that is because it's just scale. There's no liner. So that makes sense. That is like that. Why does that seem to be off? That is definitely not correct. Okay, there it went. I don't know what you said, little man, but it touched my heart. Okay. Better. So when we put them back together, you got to be careful about blade centering and whatnot. So I'm not going to crank it all the way down. We're just going to get it most of the way. And then we can center it after that. I might not even put the clip on. Since we're going to probably take this apart again. Maybe make it darker orange. Maybe acid etch the blade. Who knows? Okay. Crank down that pivot all the way. I'm going to over crank the pivot just a little bit. And we'll tighten up. I don't need these anymore. Tighten up the rest. Loctite the D shape of the pivot since you took both screws out. Yeah, but we're going to take this apart again. So it's kind of more of, we're just going to look at it and see how it looks. Probably going to make it a little darker orange than this. Needs a little oil. I can put the clip on just quick. I'll put it on the same side it was on. I'm a lefty, but it was on the right side. And sometimes if it makes a little notch or a little ding, if I end up using this as a giveaway or something, I don't want to make a notch on both sides, a little divot from the clip. So I'll just put it back on the side it was on. We can look at it, enjoy it like this for a little bit. And then next live, we can continue. All right, blade is centered nicely. Boom. There it is, orange. Everything, it looks, I'm looking at my screen, and the screen makes it look a little lighter than it actually is. It's a little bit darker orange than it appears on screen. Maybe we can make it more orange, fade some black into there, like Lou was saying, fade it to the black towards the back or something. Not terrible. Ooh, you can hear it though. Listen, because I wiped it off. I didn't put any oil in there, so it does have a little bit of a. I can kind of hear it wants some oil. It's a little dry. It says feed me, but the action still. Look at that. That blade is solid, no play. Right back in the center. I mean, for a budget knife, this is a solid one. Kaiser makes some good stuff. Always been happy with Kaiser. I have more Kaisers in my collection than any other knives. They are cool. What's your favorite Kaiser? I bet you know what mine is. And I'm going to turn that off. That music says the KC's about to start. That was a fairly successful little fun little adventure. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Holy Lord. All right, hold on a second here. Like this. I'm going to turn that down. Wow, even more than that. Oh, that just reminds me of the old TKE Saturday mornings. I never play music on my lives. What's everyone think about that? I never have music on in the background of the lives. Click this. Pin. I just pinned the link to KC. He's going to be starting in just a minute here. If anybody's never seen the KC the Knives Fast channel. It's good stuff. He does a nice fun live every Monday. Pretty much always has a nice giveaway as well. I've actually won once. There you go. That looks pretty good. The orange and black just like that. What do you think? What was I just doing? Oh yeah, this is what I won. The Ultim Microjet. I actually media blasted the blade. The blade was black, like the pivot and the liners, but I did it. I media blasted it so you can see the blade accent. It was the same color as that liner, so you wouldn't have seen that before, but now you can see that contrast. Gives it that kind of jet gray color. Low budget music, yeah, means KC is about to start. And it used to be TKE. Remember, TKE was playing that exact same music in the background, and it loops like every 3 minutes or so. Ugh. Put what side? These two side by side. It does kind of have an all to me, but it's definitely more orange. Wow, that looks very yellow. Not when I do this. We definitely need to darken that orange up though. It looks good with the black. Looks better without the black coating. Actually kind of similar in size. Pistache though, dude. This thing is great. The hollow grind, the front flipper. So cool. Yeah. No music for me. Boom. Okay, back to this. Dude, yeah, when I'm down here, look at this. See that difference? Trying to get different lighting. They're gonna void wash? What's that mean? What's a void wash? Wow, this doesn't work on the towel. How dumb. All right, Casey is on. Go ahead and bump over there. If you want to tell him you KDK sent you, or KDK's live is just as cool. Whatever. Thank you all for hanging out. More customizations to come. We're going to keep working on this one. This is stage 1. What should we do to stage 2? Help me out. We'll see you next time. Stay sharp. See you over with Casey.